good morning, grand rising to the people. I hope we are all doing well today. If you're not caught up with the One Piece manga, bro, chapter 1146, keep it pushing, my boy. We got spoilers in here. Now let's get right into it. So yeah, y'all, showdown of the century. It's finally about that time. Gunko versus the Straw Hats, man. I'm not gonna lie, Straw Hats is finished. But this is what we need, boy. This is what we need. Usopp, Nami. Mostly those two, but this is time. Somebody gotta put the beaters on them, and they need to be like, damn, man, I can't let Luffy look bad, man. Luffy, Zoro on side, you can't be the only ones boxing, throwing hands. Not denying them of their respectable feats. Just saying they need to lock in. I hope y'all can ignore the forehead that I just summoned, but it's finally that time, bro. This moment right here, bro, is going to be their little Sabaody moment. Gunko is gonna be what Kizaru was to Luffy pre-time skip. And before I say anything else, Gunko in 4. Nami just gets to asking Gunko, like, hey bro, why is you out here going after kids? You a grown-ass woman going after school children. And Gunko answers that same question with, it's not like we could just go up and grab them. Gunko is basically like, bro, these kids is too damn big for us to just pull off a smooth operation. She's trolling. Y'all seen how she was bumping that New World on the way to the fight, bro? She's trolling. She don't give about none of this shit. But it seems like my boy Frankie took care of business though, bro. Shout out to Frankie. If Frankie was on that shit, boy, it might have been a problem, man. I will say though, I am slightly surprised that Jinbei wasn't aware of the Gods Knight's presence. Maybe he was, but his first instinct was to call them Celestial Dragons. Brook being the only one really aware of who the Gods Knights are is crazy. But at the same time, we should expect this from someone who knew Roger when he was a rookie. But for someone who was a part of the Sun Pirates, the Whitebeard Pirates, the Warlords, Big Mom Pirates, I thought he would at least know about the Gods Knights to some extent. And as soon as Usopp finishes his sentence, bro, Gunko's already got an arrow to his face. Done, GG. The Gunko's arrow continues to chase Usopp. Nami pulls out Zeus, brings out a Thunder Shark tempo straight for Gunko. But what does Gunko do? Reverse right back to Nami. No hockey, no... While she's fighting Nami and Usopp, Gunko says the world was meant to just simply vanish one day. What does that mean? And on top of that, she also says that that's how things were supposed to go in the first place. As well as Gunko reversing Nami's attack, it was actually Brook that she hit rather than Nami herself, because of course Nami's not going for that. She then references some people that realized what was about to happen to the world, hence the world sinking into the ocean, blah blah blah, you know what I'm saying? And when they found out, they made sure to spread the message as soon as they could. Usopp goes for an attack, and it seems like it's gonna hit. Now this is what Usopp's doing right here with no hockey. No hockey. Or at least a little bit of observation from Dressrosa. But other than that, no real hockey. Gunko's upper body is completely gone. We need to stop playing with Cuz for real. And normally, you know what I'm saying, Usopp would have been one of them boys if Gunko didn't have regeneration. And she continues with her story saying that once it starts, it cannot be undone. Gunko's arrow is immediately pointed at Usopp, but first it has to pass through Jinbei, Brook, and Nami, while Nami is also trying to alter the arrow's course. Gunko clearly knows more about these inner wars than everybody else, bro. You know what I'm saying? At the moment, anyway. But the main factor, the main thing that's gonna determine how the war ends and which side is gonna come up victorious is who the Giants are side with. Jinbei realizes the true plot himself, that the only purpose of kidnapping the kids was to have the government and people of Elbaf under their thumbs and authority, thus calling it cowardly and all type of host in the process. And then Gunko on the other end is like, hey, I'm just carrying out my mission, bro. And then after all that yapping, proceeds to take Colin and snatch him on up. Jinbei, Brook gets it going. The arrows alter course by the wrist just slightly, making them look stupid. Damn near blitzing at this point. Oh my goodness. Brook hit Jinbei, Jinbei hit Brook. Oh man. Kick Nami off the boat. Need Usopp to the This is what we need, bro. They're gonna need this ass beating. They gonna memorize this shit for the rest of their lives and be like, never again, I got a box to some extent. And that is when the real Straw Hats is gonna get busy. I still believe this is Usopp's arc, just not right now. He's great, man. He's gonna get there. He needs this. He needs this. And I completely forgot about Summers and Killingham, I'm not gonna lie. Gunko versus some of the Straw Hats, you know what I'm saying? Gunko in 4. And it seems that Killingham has entered the Elbaf school. That man has the most broken hack abilities in the verse. He manhandled the principal and has teacher Angie in a sleep paralysis chokehold. Yeah, no, that's crazy. They intend to get some type of message across to the entire country, And while Killingham's busy doing that, Saint Summers is busy fighting Saul. Oh man, they finna do it again to Nico Robin. Shit, that's crazy, bro. They just reunited after after all this time, they finna kill Saul off like that? Saint Summers then goes on saying that the people of Elbaf were always meant to be warriors and fighters. All this peace and school and library stuff, just throw it in the trash. Y'all are fighters and warriors till the end of time. But it's not looking too good for Saul, bro. It ain't looking too pretty for him, man. Thank y'all for rocking with me. I'll see y'all next week. Amen.